I hope that you can see and hear me. Thank you all so much for joining. Um, it's so funny because it almost feels like a throwback. Someone was watching one of my live, like my very first live stream, and commented on it. So I went and like watched back part of it, and yeah, it was similar to this, like a live stream in the middle of the night. And a couple of years later, here we are. Kalimera Dani Banani. And hey Jude, hey Cindy, hey Derwood, hey Ruby. So nice to see everyone. I thought that would do something a bit different this time. I was watching a live stream by Irit, and I will leave her YouTube linked down below. And she was basically going through like our wish lists and things, and it's something that was just really nice and chill, and it gives us the opportunity to get to talk about like good deals and things that we're excited about, and bring back some of that spark and joy that we so desperately need right now. Which is good. So I thought that I would go through my wish list. I thought that I would also answer any questions, and then maybe if we have time I can do swatches and everything. Originally my intention was to like do a proper haul and like swatch everything out, but I don't think I'd have like enough time to do that, so I think it's probably best served as a separate video, but we will see. So if there's something that you are enjoying right now that you want to share, now would be the time to do so. And just let You're not late, Messy Desk. We are literally just starting. Hey and welcome. Before I like dive in proper, oh, that's interesting. Before I dive in proper, just to say, like the video, leave comments if you will, but also I have created a new free community to complement this YouTube that we have, and also my paid community that I have, and I have linked that down below in the description, so that if you want to continue the conversation, or if this was something that you were interested in, you have it available down below for free in the description. It is on Discord. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. I'm basically like slowly creating more and more spaces for us to exist as artists, and I love it. So yeah, definitely be sure to check that out. And then I'll also leave my Ko-fi linked down below if you want to be part of my paid membership. So you want to do Zoom sessions, live streams, and get more videos, then you can check that out as well. And I always forget things to say, so I'm just making sure that I don't before we dive in. If I forget anything, just let me know. But yeah, how is everyone? Hey Sharmak, how are you guys? What are you enjoying using at the moment? What is on your current wish list? I feel like one of the things about Black Friday and sales in general is that it can either be a great opportunity to get some really fantastic deals, and I'm going to highlight some, or or like, I'm not even joking, like I saw one that they were like, yeah, Black Friday sale, and they'd taken off like £1. But I feel like because there's this like, emphasis on spending, it feels like, oh, this must be a good deal, but actually it's not. So um I feel like actually getting the opportunity to chat through things is is good, so that you don't waste money and you spend money in the right areas, kind of things. So we'll talk through that. Messy Desk, you're gonna do a landscape with Shinhan Pass. I'm so tempted by them. They're actually the one item that I have in my basket at the moment. And that's because I've just bought a couple of items, and I'll show you what I have. But yeah, let us know what you think. So far, so good. It sounds like, following our session with Hannah Flanagan. And oh yeah, the other thing I was going to say is that some of the links, the majority of the links that I have in the description, are affiliate links. So if you do buy anything and you don't mind using my links, I would really appreciate it. And the same goes for like Amazon, especially. So even if you're not buying art supplies, but you use the link, I may get like a bit of commission from that purchase at no extra cost, and it does make a difference. So yeah, now's a great time to help help out your creators, if you will. Oh, you want to get, okay, so let me just see. There was like, we're here for 5 hours. Yeah, I know, it's just I've been feeling under the weather, so I don't want to push it too far because I have work tomorrow. But yeah, Ruby, I love Romashmore. As you know, I have loved them for years. Haven't got a bad thing to say about them. And in fact, part of the reason that I'm doing this live stream is because I have a video that's been a little bit tricky to upload. And it is a Romashmore video, and it's a very exciting one that hopefully will be up later on today. Oh, another handmade brand, an Etcher signature on the wish list, but likely won't be buying anything until next year. That's the thing, these deals will come around again, so it's fine. Hey, Jude, Dewey Jesus Chick, welcome. It's so nice to have you here. This is going to be a little bit different. Normally, I like paint or swatch and things, but this time we are chatting through our wish list. So to start off, let's see. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if it would work, but I thought that some of you may. Oh, actually, is this the page I want to share? No, I thought that some of you may want to see the Black Friday sales on Jackson's, because I know that not everyone can, and I am not sure why. I have no idea how it became a global event. And my thing is that some deals are great and others are not. So I'm just gonna quickly highlight some just to see. Okay, there's this page. Here you go. So now hopefully you can actually see. I don't know what you can see actually. Yeah, you can see this one. So this is basically the sales that are on at the moment. Making sure I'm always part of me is like, oh, am I gonna show my address and everything? No. So I was somewhat tempted by this set, not because of the colors, but purely because of the tin itself. But anytime that I say or I consider this, I just need someone to remind me the fact that I bought a very similar tin by Schminke like this, and I didn't like it, and I returned it because the actual palette bit slants downwards, so it was just pooling water and it wasn't really practical. So any time that I forget that, please just please just remind me. I did manage to resist because there was actually something else. Then I was kind of tempted. I don't know. With Schminke, I like the feel of them, but I'm not massively inspired by the colors a lot of the time because I like, bright, playful colors. So obviously not the retro set, but I was tempted because it was £29, if I'm honest. Wasn't tempted by this. Let's keep going. Has anyone used Lucas before? This was something that I was wondering, in part purely because it's £19. And I haven't used them before, so I didn't know if this would be a great opportunity to use them or not. I'm just trying to get up the chat so I can make sure that I can see what is going on. So if I'm looking down, that's basically what I'm reading. Oh, wish list, Remishmore new colors. Yes, they said that they're going to release 20 new colors. I have no idea where they're going to release them. I've only got 3 of the new colors, but I'm really excited about the rest. I saw a list and I saw like a forest green that I'd really like to see. I just saw the name and the pigment numbers, but not what the color actually looks like. And A Gallo have said that they're finally releasing the tubes. I think I saw a set of 6 that they were going to release on December 6th. And Schminke's pastel set. So much temptation. Yeah, I feel like I was quite upfront with the title so no one gets confused. But if anyone has used the Lucas, let me know. In honesty, I think this is okay, £31 from 45. That's the thing. Sometimes I also feel like I can't trust the, from price. Like it's just RRP, not the actual price that it was before. As I said, lots of Schminke on sale, but I wasn't massively... Sorry, I'm like brushing through. Like you can see my interest in brushes is low. And not interested in oils either. Don't use a tracer. Wild. Pip pens, that could be a good one. I have bought a few pip pens. I think the only reason that I wasn't like, ooh, when I saw this is that they're grey. But I think it's the next page. These are okay. Where are they? Okay. So I was somewhat tempted by Lucas because I was like 50% off. Now we're talking. It's so rare to get a sale that's 50% off in the UK. So I was kind of again tempted, but I feel like I haven't heard the greatest things about Lucas, or I haven't seen them used very much. And also it's I don't know why they've done half pants and full pants. Random, but that's like what had me thinking, maybe not. But also, so the Holbein set, I think this is a good deal, although it used to be cheaper. um, it is it is a nice set. I've actually done swatches of it for you guys in the past in one of my videos last year. So for £8, it's okay. This again, great. Although they are small. Like the 5 ml tubes are so small. I remember the first time I bought them, I thought they would be like 10, 15 ml tubes, and they were just so tiny. And I was like, I can't believe what I just bought. And I bought it for full price at the time. Then these sets are for £55. I don't have any of these sets. I don't know if you've seen my granulating videos, then you know that I don't know, I'm a big fan of making my own granulating colors, especially some of the ones that are easier to make. So I've never, like, there are certain colors that I've liked from the super granulating range, but I've never bought an entire set of them as of yet. This is a good deal if you like schminke gouache. Then, oh yeah. The thing is, there are some good deals, but when I'm looking for a good deal, I'm looking for a good deal that's also relatively like affordable. So the cheaper it is, the better, which is why when I saw like the Holbein set of 5, I'm like, oh yeah, it's cute. It's under £10. So I mean, in theory, this 180 from 264 is a good deal, but 180 is still a lot of money. Let me just catch up on the chat. Yeah, the Messy Desk is saying, I saw the Lucas sale and I was like, what are you? Yeah, I haven't used them, nor have I heard very much about them. Oh, I can get the tin from Whiskey Palette. That's the thing. I think the reason that I like the tiny tin is I want the water reservoir. So I think ultimately it will probably end up being by Whiskey if the palette, stays flat. I don't like that it drops on the table and just leans over. Okay, so Lindsay, just reading Darwa's comment, Lindsay the Frugal Crafter has basically spoken about the quality of Lucas going downhill, and so you haven't tried it. Fair. I guess that makes sense as to why not that many people have said anything like that massively positive about it. And Dewey Jesus Chick, I can see you've tried the Schminke watercolors and you prefer them. Because you prefer them to Remishmore because you prefer the delicacy and transparency over Remishmore. And that's the thing, I feel like, for the same reasons I like Remishmore over Schminke. We are opposites. And Shelley as well has heard about Lucas changing. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. It's basically a no on Lucas and a yes, look at everything else. If you like vibrant, well, to be fair, I feel like both of them are vibrant. I don't know what it is. I guess maybe Schmink is more muted. I don't know what it is that why I haven't like quite gelled with it. I'm not mad at it, but okay. Arta, I have no interest in. Origami, I have no interest in. This I was tempted by. The 5 ml set. Of Holbein. I have quite a lot of Holbein paints already, and it's not that it's just more so that I was like, oh, it's £20 cheaper. That's actually quite a good deal. So this is a maybe, especially like when I see tubes. So before I had no, like I wasn't really that tempted by tubes. Now, as in like I'd still use them, but I wasn't like massively drawn in. Whereas now I'm massively drawn in because I do the dot cards for my Happy Mail tier. So every time that I see tubes, I'm like, oh, I can make more dot cards. So that I think is in part why I'm really tempted by this because I like Holbein and their tubes. I considered this for a quick minute because there was a time that I wanted to buy golden heavy body paints and they were so crazy expensive from Casa. Like, and they were on sale, but still so expensive, too expensive for me to try. I mean, pencil lovers are gonna have to let me know if this is a good deal. £400 for this pencil set. Is that good? I guess from 500, that's pretty good. Then let's see. I'm not really that into pencils, so I wasn't tempted by that. This, I remember back in the day, 40-ish pounds was the starting price. Oh no, maybe I'm thinking about the 36 set. Yeah, mine is the 36 set, that's why. But that is, I feel like that's an okay price. I don't feel like it's the best, but it's okay. This is the student grade version. This here is a student grade version of Sennelier, so don't buy it and think that it's the professional grade. I've used it a bit, it's not bad. I get tempted because I like the cute box, but really and truly, I think for £42, which is the normal price, or £30, you could probably get better paints. Same for this. This is the student grade version, £25. This I bought. Did I need it? Absolutely not. But I just thought £24 from 40. I'm just going through a whole buying like I'm going through gouache in general so quickly that I was like, I can't wait until next year to get this. And last year actually I bought this very same set for £28. So this Black Friday is even better. Let me check. And then okay, so this is what I was tempted by. If I had money, this is what I would buy. Just so that I could have all of them. But then I had to like obviously not talk myself out of it because obviously I couldn't realistically buy it. But I was like, that's a lot of colors. I'd be overwhelmed, and it's a lot to use. So the 18 set is actually not bad. It's quite good. I want to catch up on the chat and make sure that I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed, like, I've tried, maybe I'll try them side by side, but I've tried the Daniel Smith gouache, the Schminke gouache, Winsor & Newton gouache, Holbein gouache, and I've just concluded that I just seem to love gouache as a whole. I haven't tried them like side by side. It's just that every time, like when I was using Daniel Smith gouache, I just kept using it and I was like, this is awesome and I really enjoy it. And the colors are very different. And then like Holbein gouache, there was something about the feel of it that again, I really enjoyed, but it's not like I compared them, if that makes sense. And then obviously I've loved Winsor & Newton gouache for years now. Daniel Smith, I feel like rarely goes on sale in the UK. And when it does, it's like, oh, we'll knock off £2. They won't send the Holbein. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I won't send them to Canada. Depending on the price, Art Miranda sometimes also sends Holbein to Canada. I may be wrong, but I think so. Holbein pencils, yeah, I mean £400. Oh, they might be cheaper on Amazon Japan. Just catching up. Good morning, Louis. Is it Louis or Louis? 400 set. Ooh. The first time that I got them, I wasn't impressed. The the Daniel Smith dot cards. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't go as far as saying like, oh yeah, I'm impressed by them. I still don't think they give enough watercolor for what they charge. However, the second time that I got them, I did like, is this practical? Ooh, there we go. Is this practical? Where am I? No. But is it pretty? Absolutely. Do I need to have the dot card next to it to figure out? So I initially did swatches like this so that I could just see the color and pick what I liked based on the color. So this is like swatching out I believe it's the 238. Whoops, sorry. I don't know why I'm holding this in such a poor way. But the 238 set of dot cards of Daniel Smith. I mean, I love Daniel Smith watercolors as well. Daniel Smith and Roman Schmoll are my favorites. Yeah, I was really tempted by the 8 set, but you know, I wish that with the 8 set, I wish that they had. No, is it the 8 set? I mean, I was tempted by both retro sets. I just wish that the one that came with tubes had a normal palette, like, and the tubes were just outside that, and the half pounds were inside the normal palette. I don't know why they've put the groups like, because I don't want to carry around the tubes, you know. Oh, don't be ashamed, Messy Desk. We all know it takes time to get around to use our supplies. You're in good company. Don't worry. It took me a long time to use them. I look over there because they're to my left hand side. Oh, I haven't tried. I haven't tried pastels. I've just got into pastel pencils, but still, I'm pretty sure I'm not using them the way that one would typically use them because I don't. It's like something sensory. I don't like the feel of pastels. Then again, that's since childhood, so maybe I should try it again. But at the moment, I won't. It is okay to dream, indeed. I've never received anything from them by mistake, and I've bought a lot from them. They've sent me gifts though, so I feel like I can't complain. I haven't tried M. Graham gouache. I was kind of tempted by M. Graham as a whole, like gouache and watercolor, but I know that they're not massively travel friendly and they're also quite expensive in the UK. So I've never got them. Are you guys talking about pastels? Oh, I see. My bad. A whole bunch of watercolors and gouache, yeah. They're the ones with the best deals at the moment, I think. Let me show you because I feel like, yeah, so anyway, I was tempted by the gouache. Obviously I didn't get it because it's wild. 280. Although from 467, it feels like, oh yeah, you're saving so much, but it's just too rich for my blood, unfortunately. I haven't tried these sketchbooks. Let me know if you have. And then also I'm like, £20. I can't believe they're normally £38, and they're not. I don't believe they're 100% cotton, so I don't really understand how they could be £38. That's just me. This, so this, hear me out, right? because I know the first instinct is to be like, what? How can you spend that much? But I have actually got this set and I do really, really like them, which was a pleasant surprise for me. So they initially came on sale on Jackson's for £199. And when they first launched them, Jackson's did a sale and was selling them for £99. And I tried to buy it, it didn't work. And then they doubled, like they put the price back to normal. So I called them and they honored the original price. So I got it for £99, I think over a year ago now. I made a video just talking about how I use them in my artwork. But yeah, I really like them. They're juicy, they're bright, they're like a playful art supply. So I know they won't be for everyone. If you're curious, be sure to. Oh, what is that? It's giving me an ad. If you're curious, be sure to check out that review video that I made. Then this wasn't here on day one. I saw it on day 2 and I bought it. Because I've literally been talking about the whole bank wash. It's been on my list for so long. And the Iridori set specifically, all their sets, like there's lots of different colors that I wanted from different sets. But yeah, as soon as I saw that this was half price, like you have to understand, we don't get half price in the UK very often. So as soon as I saw like, yeah, 50% off, I was like, cool, no problem. Added it straight to basket. And I had the same reaction for this bad boy, which is the Shinhan gouache, which is half price. I feel like the Holbein gouache, so the previous set, the Iridori, no, the Holbein gouache, that's £24. The Holbein gouache, that's the Iridori set, that's 50% off. And this Shinhan gouache, for me, were the hands down best deals that I've seen of Black Friday thus far. Reason being that they're like 50% off. And the Shinhan gouache set A had been on my wish list for over a year. It is still sold out. It's the gouache that Sarah Burns is using in her, in her subscription box, which had me thinking, oh, I need to try them out because, she knows what she's talking about when it comes to gouache. So you can imagine, and I spent ages deliberating whether I should go for set A, set B, set A, set B, set A, set B. They're not light fast, but they're fun colors. And I then decided set A. It was sold out. Set B was more expensive anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm happy to wait for set A. And then Black Friday came around, and the set B was £48 instead of 96. Oh, last year Amazon was doing a deep discount selling the seasonal Iridori sets. See, this is the first time it's happened. Maybe they will add the other ones. But yeah, this set I've got. I have now got. Now this is my thing where, yeah, I feel like if through me doing this video, people will see like, I don't feel like any of the other sets have been on sale, but like if, for example, someone were to see the Roma Schmall set for £45, or even the Roma Schmall set for £45 and see the Winsor & Newton Cotman set for £47, they will know to go for Roma Schmall. And I'm not hating on Cotman. They're nice paints, but they're student grade paints, and I feel like sometimes if we judge by price alone, you can't really tell what's a good deal during Black Friday or during any time. So the rest of the sale I wasn't that excited about. £120 for a brush. Normally 200, normally 255. And they don't even look like, oh no, okay, they are Kolinsky. I was like, why are they so expensive? Yeah, so the rest is like, brushes, which I wasn't that interested in. This seems pretty cool. I have one already. But I think it's all brushes, so I think at this point, I just gave up. Yeah. Yeah, see, Michelle, and I feel like that makes sense, like getting the Schminke set for £45 over the Cotman set. But if, I feel like for people who don't watch the videos and stuff, you wouldn't know. Like when I started off, I wouldn't have known, and I would have just bought whatever was, cheap and on sale. So Jackson's is currently having a watercolor sale, watercolor gift sale. Was it watercolor sale? Watercolor gifts. Let's see. So core. Can you see how much core is for us? It's just so expensive. Anyway, so all the watercolors are on sale. So if I don't know, I'm tempted to do a video about like gifts for artists. I'm seeing it all over YouTube, and I've done one every year for the past 3 years. They never tend to do as well, which gives me the impression that people don't actually care about what art supplies to get us, because no one's searching it. But if I were to make a video, I would say that now is a good time to have a quick look and get stuff. I was tempted by the Mijello Mission Gold, but I want to get the pure pigment set, which I don't think Jackson's actually has. I feel like they have all the other sets. Like, these are the only sets they have, and I don't think they're the pure pigment set. Magellan Mission Gold also has a granulating set now. That's £170 for, I want to say 30 colors, 36 colors. Oh, let me see. 45 Canadian, that's awesome. That's even better. I thought it was 45 US or pounds. A Gallo is on sale, I think. Did I just glance past it? Let's see. A Gallo. Figaro. Yeah, A Gallo is on sale. So all watercolor is on sale at the moment. This is the set that I have. I need to actually use. Yeah, all the sets are on sale. Am I tempted? Always. Always. I was even tempted by like this set. Is it the one with the Yimmin blue? This one here. And then also I like the look of this one. I'm not that interested in the colors inside, in terms of they're not colors that I would pick, but I like the presentation of the whole thing. This also I'm tempted by, and it's £50 cheaper or £52 cheaper than it normally would be. I'm thinking like, oh, I wonder if my family would watch this and use this as like to figure out what my wish list would be. But I feel like they'd look at these prices and be like, wait, what? How do paints cost so much? Let's see. So then, yeah, there's also Michael Harding colors that were on sale, but I must admit, I feel like the sale on the Michael Harding weren't as good. Like you can see, it's what, £5 off. It's not really giving Black Friday, is it? It's giving. And then Rimishmore, it's like £10 off, £18 off. This is the set that I recently got. It's really nice. This set, the Omani set, the new Essential set, and the Jane Blundell set by Roman Schmoll are my favorite sets. And obviously, I've then made my own. And also the Urban Sketching set, like it's cute if you're looking for something. But yeah, these are, I'm kind of, this is literally what, this is literally what I do like randomly. If I'm not scrolling Instagram, I'm just looking through Jackson's. And that's how, like, sometimes I think now Jackson's is a bit better about notifying when they're having sales and stuff. But a lot of the time, the reason that I would find like a random sale and know what's happening beforehand and whatnot would literally be that I'd just be like scrolling through and then, see a pattern and be like, see all Holbein are on sale or all watercolors are on sale, and then be like, oh, tomorrow this is the sale that's starting. But yeah, so this is what I tend to do. Oh, I should also say actually that if you do get Shinhan, someone sent me a list where basically Jackson's had a list of discount codes. So if you put Shinhan 10, then you also get an extra 10% off the Shinhan prices on top of the sale price. So the the gouache set, for example, that was £48, you would get for that was £96, and from 96 down to 48, you would actually end up getting it for £43.20 or something like that instead. You just have to remember to put in Shinhan 10. I don't know how long it lasts for. Oh, you love the natural set. See, I haven't tried it. Because I'm pretty sure it would be too muted for me. This is another set that I'm tempted by. I'm literally tempted by all of them. Oh, but also this one, the Shinhan Pass. We had Hannah Flanagan join us for a Zoom session earlier this week, and it was just so great. And in it, she was talking about the Shinhan Pass, which is supposed to be like a hybrid between watercolor and gouache, and how much she likes it, which then had me thinking, oh, maybe I should try it. And then it went on sale and it's like £20 off. And then I know that there's the extra 10% off, so it'd be £105 for the full range. That's the main thing that I'm contemplating getting. And then the revival set they're doing a sale on, which had actually which was last month's Happy Mail. And this kind of makes me happy for the company but sad for myself. Like when this set first came out, I feel like it was £30 or £35 max. And now it's £38 on sale. How things change in a year. And I feel like this was £45 or something, and now it's 73. This is okay. This, oddly enough, Casa is doing a sale on Daniel Smith. It's so rare for us to get sales on Daniel Smith. A lot of the time, if Jackson's has sales, they're just not included. Hence why I don't like Casa as a whole, but if they're having a sale and it's going to be cheaper, I might as well let you know. Look at me just being tempted. Okay, let me see what's going on in the chat. I feel like prices have gone so high recently. I agree. And it's not just like, it's just everything. It's not just Remishmore, it's everything. And even it's funny because I have a lot of stuff that I keep in my basket in Amazon or in my save for later. And like the week before Black Friday, I got so many alerts because so many prices jumped up before Black Friday. And then when it's Black Friday, they just drop them back. A lot of the time, they just drop them back to normal prices. And then say like sale, or sometimes even worse, they drop them down to prices that are higher than they were like 2 weeks ago, but it's still lower than what they've increased it to, if that makes sense. So it'll be that something that's sold for £100 usually all year round will all of a sudden go up to 120, and then they'll drop it to 110 and say, oh, £10 off Black Friday sale. It's terrible. I feel like that's yeah. Senelia is lovely. A Gallo is having a sale and they'll start selling the tubes on the 6th. Is anyone getting them? It's funny because I'm one of those people who's been like, give us the tubes, we want the tubes for the longest time. And now that it's coming out, I think it's £77 or something. I'm like, I've already spent all my money. So I'm gonna have to, wait. But yeah. After all that, have I tried Ilu and how do they compare to the Etcher Metallics? I have tried them. I wasn't a massive fan, I must admit. I tried them during a live stream. I don't think it's in this. It's not in this sketchbook. I tried them during a live stream. Like I'd got a set of like purpley, bluey metallics, and they didn't. They weren't. They weren't great. That being said, I feel like they weren't great during the live stream. I tried them in the Caddy Fat Book and I also tried them in the Etcher Signature Sketchbook. But then as time passed, I feel like they got a little bit better. So I'd say that I prefer the Etcher, and I haven't really used the Ilu since. But I do feel like they're not as bad as I felt they were when I first watched them out. It's almost as if with time they got a bit better. I don't know if you can see them. So I got like the little dot card on sale. That being said, I did swatch them on white paper, so it doesn't, it's not the best representation. But usually when I paint with Etcher, it is on white paper or on my on my paintings and stuff. But yeah. And also I feel like I tend to prefer golden colors, hence liking the Etcher golden colors. I haven't tried the Etcher. You know how they have another pearlescent set that has like different colors, like pinks, blues, and all that. I haven't tried that as of yet. But yeah, I'm definitely like a fan of the golds primarily. Yeah, they're more widespread. Yeah, they're having quite a few sales at the moment. Yeah, I know. Right, 105 for all 48 colors. I just keep thinking about how much was spent already. They really have exploded. Hey, Wendy Wells, I remember you. From, it was so nice to put a face to a name. Am I up late or very early? I'm up very late. Very, very late. Yeah. I know, messy dusk. It's terrible. That's why I think that's I can't remember if I'd said it in a video last year or the year before, but I basically said like if there's something that I'm interested in or that I'm thinking of getting, I will put it in my basket save for later long before Black Friday. So for example, I need to buy a vacuum cleaner, household stuff. I just put it all in the basket beforehand so that I could see if the prices changed, like if they dropped, if they stayed the same, if they, so that way if they stayed the same, even if they all of a sudden change the color to red, which is another thing that some stores do, like Casa will literally not drop the price or just change the number to red. But even if they do that, I don't have that sense of urgency of like, oh, I need to buy now, I need to buy now. Why? Because I know that the price is the same, because the tracking is fine. Honey will also do the tracking and tell you like the cheapest price in the past 30 days. And Camel, so 3 Camels will also track the prices of Amazon to let you know if the price has dropped, is the same, or has increased. It's just not always as reliable or as good. So yeah, I normally say like a couple of weeks before, put everything in your basket, save it for later, and then Amazon will let you know, like, hey, your price has increased, or hey, your price has decreased, and then you can make an informed decision without being swayed by the bright colors and and the flashy lights and the italics and cross out and whatever. Let me. Oopsie. Look at what you need, yeah. And think about what is better in spending. I agree. Let me see. I think so. We looked at this is the palette that I got that I wanted for over a year, And then I actually returned it because this palette bit here just slants downwards, but I just feel like it's so cute. And I was literally and ahhing about whether I should keep it or return it for the longest time. I even made it a poll. I asked my art members, I asked my family. I was literally like going back and forth as to whether I should keep it. And in the end, I was like, okay, it's cute, but it's not practical and it's not cheap. So I returned it. And yet every time that I see it and I see that it's on sale, I'm like, maybe I was too harsh. Like, do I even need it to hold? Like, do I need it for mixing? Like, it's just so I have no interest whatsoever in the colors inside, although they look better than the colors that came with mine. I feel like this a carmine blue. Yeah, what I care about is just how adorable. Like, I love clever palettes, you know, like the portable painter, art toolkit, this one. Like, I love palettes that are like the field case. Like, I love when they're nice and clever. So yeah, I keep being tempted by it, and then I have to remind myself, like, look, it's not practical. I returned it, and it wasn't an easy decision to return it, so just leave it. I remember the good old days when this was £100. I still have it in pristine condition. Now it's £117 normally now from £100, and currently it's on sale on Casa for £119. I was like, what is this? What else? Can you see? I'm scared to ask how much core is in the US. I feel like you guys get such better, much better prices. And so yeah, basically lots of lots of sales. These are quite good for us though, £28 for the 6mm tubes. Who remembers this has never happened since, but who remembers when, for reasons unknown, through this scrolling escapade that I'm doing now, I found the set of 3 cord tubes for 25p. And I just remember being so obsessed with shouting it as loudly as possible so that everyone can get it. I was like, it's just the best deal. Because this is what I'm saying. Normally it's £34 for a set of 6. So you can imagine 25p for a set of 3 was so wild. Screamed it from the rooftops. I even emailed people. Like, I sent out a newsletter to be like, look, I know that this isn't directly related to me. However, I feel like if someone knew about this deal, I would want them to tell me. So hey, for the random email, this is on sale for 25p. I don't know if it's a mistake. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'm just gonna tell you right now, go ahead and grab it. And then the next, so that lasted for like a day. And then the next day, they increased it to £2.50. Do you remember? So they 10x the price, which I thought was like wild still. Because it's like, how are you going to go from, anyway, how are you going to times the price by 10? But still, I was like, okay, I know the price is times 10, and even I myself, I'm not happy about it. But £2.50 for 3 5mm tubes of core is still an absolute steal. So still, I was like, guys, go get it, go get it, go get it. Even with the with the postage, it would be like, if you didn't, go over the threshold and got it with the postage, it would come up to £5. I was like, get this. It was so good. And then the day after, it disappeared. Like, the page is gone. It wasn't even like it was there but sold out or whatever. They just like deleted the whole page. And since then, from time to time, I look and I search for it, and it just has not come back since, unfortunately. Alas. The cordial. I hope maybe one day. Other Black Friday deals include Beam Paints in Canada is having 30% off. and Terry Ludwig. They're the ones who do the pastels, right? They're having 20% off. If you know any others, by all means, feel free to let us know so that people go in the right place. I'm kind of curious. Okay, sketchbooks and sketch pads. By the way, I don't think it will work because I'm not logged in, but if you, Bao Hong, I remember the days where you could only get Bao Hong from AliExpress, and now it's on Jackson's. If you get any of the Etcher sketchbooks or pads or any of the art supplies from Etcher, and you put in the code Sketches10, then you'll get 10% off extra. And it's not an affiliate thing. It's just because I'm an ambassador. So I get to share that discount code with you guys. And Etcher's also having a Black Friday sale where I think is like 10, 15, and 20% off depending on how much you spend. I can't believe I have over 100 sketchbooks and still I'm always like, oh, let me see what is on sale. Is it just arches primarily? Arch, as they say. No, it's everything. I'm not that interested in pads at the moment. Etcher do have new watercolor pads that are 100% cotton. I will be making a video on it as soon as I get my life together. Watercolor palettes. Let's see small gifts. Let's see. This was not okay. Yeah, this was not £34 before. It was £28, and I thought that was appalling. But they've added the 22 dot cards of gouache, so I assume that's why the price has gone up. I really like this sketchbook. I don't use it in A4. I use it in A5 and portrait, but I just really like the paper. It's cellulose, and it's a good, reliable alternative that's often cheaper than Moleskine. Then, ooh, exactly. This is the Everyday Sketchbook. Where's mine? In A5 size. So not only is it on sale, you can also get 10% off. Here is my one. And I've just finished doing a painting that I will, can you see? Let me see what you can see. Yeah, so I've just finished doing like a watercolor painting. I was trying out as many colors as possible without trying to get it too mud. And these are using some of the new, wink, wink. Oh my, why would, wink, wink. Some of the new colors by Remishmore. This is from a workshop that I did with Omar Wynn. And this is using our Remishmore Autumn palette. And I've made a real-time video of this. I'm trying to be better about making more real-time videos or process videos for my art members, so that if you are interested and you want to see how I create these in real time, you can see them. Aww. Thank you so much, Wendy. That's so kind of you. That is so, so nice. Thank you. Shall we all chime in and help Wendy? Considering Inktense blocks and a few more Daniel Smith watercolor sticks, but you're torn. Any thoughts? I don't know if I'm the best person to ask because I don't like Inktense blocks. I don't like them. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't like them. I find them, and I know that, you know, people are like, oh, they're inks and they're this and they're that. Yeah, I get it. But I just found them blotchy and I didn't really enjoy using them at all, and I didn't find them cost effective. So compared to watercolor, I will always pick watercolor. And I feel like if there are any good deals on the watercolor sticks, I would pick the watercolor sticks. But that's, again, I'm biased because I don't like the blocks. I don't know what anyone else wants to say, but thank you so much for the tip, Wendy. I really appreciate it. Their word is saying get the sticks. Yeah. Yeah. So the sticks. So with the Daniel Smith sticks, I know that there's a how do I say this? I know that there are different ways that people online seem to be using them. The way that I use them and the role that they play in my art practice is as, and for those who don't know, let me see if I can find them, is as we'll have to come back to this page because it looks cute. I use them as like half pans, as like effective ways of having half pans. I don't have any to hand because I've just put I haven't quite unpacked yet. But yeah, so this is basically what the watercolor sticks are. I feel like where they shine. So I don't use them like Neocolor 2s. I don't use them to draw, or I'm not saying never say never. I'm not trying to dictate how people should art or not, but I'm just saying that they are pigments of watercolor, and basically there's something like 5 or 6 half pounds worth of paint inside this stick. So what I tend to do is either like have a brush and like touch the top and paint with it, and it's literally reactivate, it's like a half pan, or I cut it and put it into a half pan palette, like I cut it so that it's a half pan and put it into my palettes. And I feel like one of the benefits of them is that they are all the same price, whether you go for Moon Glow or Quinn Coral or whatever, whichever one you want. They are all the same price, which means that if you wanted to get the serpentine, like serpentine genuine, for example, which is a Primatech color, which I think is normally like series 4 or something in the tube, so it would be more expensive than another color. They're all the same price. So I feel like they're a really good way of either getting colors that you use a lot of, because you're getting like 5 to 6 half pounds worth of paint out of it, or colors that are more expensive, so that you are paying, it's basically just more cost effective rather than paying like a lot for a tube. You pay and get it cheaper. Quincyana is beautiful. So yeah, so undersea, is it undersea green that's expensive? No, I feel like so yeah, Soda Light Genuine, for example, is a series 4 color. So if you get it as a tube, it's so slow. If you get it as a tube, a 50 ml tube is £19.90, for example, whereas instead of £14, yeah, so it's £5 more expensive, but as a stick, it's all the same price. So I feel like that's where they are really helpful and beneficial. I feel like if I wanted to get water soluble crayons and I was using them as crayons, I would just use Neocolor 2s. Like, they feel very different in my opinion. And also I think that if they're being used as crayons, they are very expensive crayons. Very, very expensive crayons. But yeah, they will be more pigmented because they are pure watercolor. But yeah, these are lovely. I have quite a few for that reason, trying to get colors that I really like and I'm going to use a lot of, colors that I want to put across multiple palettes, and I'm looking for an affordable way, or colors that are just more expensive in tube form. I hope that helps, Wendy. Which colors did you get there, Word? Messy Desk. Shelley Harris, I really enjoy the convenience and cost savings of watercolor sticks. I agree. I agree. I just find them to be very different. So I guess also, Wendy, it would depend on how you want to use them. If you're trying to use them for like texture and things, then I guess the Inktense blocks might be a bit better. But yeah, definitely check out the video that I made. The video that I made is quite negative. It's like, I mean, I was trying to be fair, but equally, I felt like all the videos that I had watched had led me to the impression that I would love these art supplies, and then I really didn't. So I was like, let me just share why I don't love these art supplies, because everything online is so positive about them, um, which is fine. It's great. But if you like the kind of things that I like, then you won't enjoy them. So I just wanted to kind of highlight a little bit. Just a gentle ask that if you're enjoying this video and this chat that we're having, like the video, if you feel like, this is helpful, then be sure to like the video, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Yeah, they're not as easy to re-wet. They're just different, I feel. They're very different, like their inks. They reactivate a little bit when you add water to them after the fact, but not massively so. And I think they're not meant to reactivate. They can be a bit blotchy, and they're not watercolors, so they behave slightly differently. You have so many Arches pads. You know what? I have quite a few. I need to start using them. Like I think I'm getting better. I'm trying to make my way through like this sketchbook, which is the Etcher Everyday sketchbook. I have I think three pages here. So like I'm gonna do double spread. So one double spread, a second double spread, and then like a single page. And then I have to do the front 2 pages. So call it 5 pieces, and then I'm done. And I think that will be like what, the 4th sketchbook that I've done this year. I've really been trying to make my way through them quite quickly. Derwent. Honestly, I've seen I saw, was it St. Louis Art Supply, that were like dipping them in water, like dipping the watercolor sticks in water, and it literally killed my soul because it was like, it's so expensive, and then just letting the pigment go into water. And then I saw that Daniel Smith reposted it, and no shade, I was like, are they reposting this because they want people to just waste the sticks so that they buy more? What is going on? But yeah, so this was why I bought the sticks, the Inktense blocks, to be honest, but they didn't quite work for me. But that was the purpose for which I bought them. Instead of them, what do I have that works instead of them that doesn't reactivate? I guess acrylic gouache doesn't reactivate. The flash paints. Also, I guess I keep using Pitt pens. I need to leave that. I don't know why I had that way. But Pitt pens have been like a good replacement for that. Although Pitt pens are very, very bright. Well, the ones that I pick, I guess. I've got a few colors. This is all for like upcoming videos. I'm so behind on videos, and I never know, like, I just basically keep waiting to use the supplies so that I can actually make the video. But now I'm thinking maybe I should just use the supplies. Like I don't feel like I can catch up. Yeah, do not melt them in water. Honestly, I was like, what is this? When I saw it, I couldn't believe it. And it's not even like they dipped it and like they dipped it and just left it. You just saw all the pigment just going into the water. Great for making canvas bags. I would say that with the video that I made highlighting all the things I didn't like about the Inktense blogs, it's good if you're unsure, because also if you look through the comments section, a lot of people do like the Inktense blocks, and they talk about why, to kind of try and help me like them more or use them in a better way, or like, so there are a lot of great suggestions as to how they can be best used in the comment section as well. So It's definitely a good resource, I think. Jude says sticks. It's like overwhelming. A resounding yes. Welcome back, Louis. Yeah. I don't know how it started. I don't know, yeah, but it oh, I'm far behind, but I'm almost catching up, I think. Blick is having 20% off coupon today in store. Oh, 7.47 per stick. That is so wild. Let me see, 7.46 USD in GBP. Why can't it? It's not understanding what I'm saying. Why doesn't Google understand? £5.95. That's half price. That's half what we pay. That's less than half what we pay. I feel like, yeah. When I go to the US, I'll just make a list of different art supplies that I want, that are cost effective to get from the US. Daniel Smith would be top of that list. Da Vinci. I'd also get beam paints. I know they're in Canada, but I feel like they're easier to get. M. Graham. Cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. Glad we could help. The sticks are life pass. Oh, Quinn burnt orange and Quinn gold. Yeah, understandably. I unwrapped one of my. Let me show you one of my Roman Schmall's Quinn. Where have I put it? I need to find it. One of my Roman Schmall Quinn golds. I think I have 4 half pounds, and I'm left, and I'm kind of sad because I'm like, 4 half pounds is not a lifetime worth. What am I gonna do when they run out? However, let me show you one of the new colors that Roman Schmall has released is, gosh, my attention span is. Do you want me to show you actually? Let me make this bigger. And so that I hope that you can see the screen. Where's my face? Okay. So let me start over here. The video is coming later today, okay? So you'll get a better look. This color here is Nickel Azure Gold PY150 PR102, and I believe this is the new color, one of the new colors by Roman Schmall. It is the color number 380, and I wasn't sure if they were actually talking about, like, I wasn't sure if it was the same as this, which is Quinn Gold Hue, because the pigments are the same. However, when you look, I don't know if you can appreciate that on the camera, the Quinn Gold Hue is actually a bit more orange, and it doesn't granulate quite as much as the Nickel Azure Gold. And they also have different numbers. I think this is 260 and this is 380. And then here, this is Quinn Gold, which is PY150 and PO48, and this is the one that's been discontinued, and it falls in between these two. And then I did a quick swatch of PY150 just so that we could see. And then here, this bad boy here is Mineral Pink, which is one of the new colors by Roman Schmall as well. As you can see, it almost looks like a rose of ultramarine, like a really beautiful bright color. And in my head, I was like, yeah, let me compare it to Mineral Violet. I kind of feel like, oh, is it going to be similar? Not similar at all, obviously, but they are the same pigments. But I guess this is more like Rose of Ultramarine, and this is more like, I feel like it's called Imperial Purple, Imperial Violet, or something like that, even though the pigments are the same. This one has more PR122, so more pink inside it, and this one has more PB29, so more blue inside it. And then here we have here we have the new color. So this, let me do, yeah, so this one is Quin Magenta Intense. So it's the new Quin Magenta that has been released, whereas this one here is the existing Quin Magenta. And again, I hope that you can appreciate it on the screen, because I was looking at them and I was like, I mean, they're both intense, yes, but I would say the key difference is that the Quin Magenta Intense, which is the new color, is a bit pinker, a bit warmer, whereas the existing Quin Magenta is a little bit cooler, you know, like it leans a little bit more towards purple. They're both really pretty and both very intense. So these are the three, whoops, no, the three new colors that are in the Roman Schmall Essential set. And I believe that there are even more coming. So I'm massively behind in the chat. Good, I'm glad you feel in your zone. Oh, Puerto Rico. Oh no, that is so cheap. Let me catch up. You keep buying you keep buying Roman Schmall Queen Gold at every opportunity. I agree. I mean, I would too. In honesty. I think I just need to do like an inventory and have a look and see. Okay, good. You'd never use mineral pink, but you love it. I know there are so many colors like that. But Louis, the Queen Gold that's discontinued is this one here. So it's the one that has PO48 that's been discontinued, whereas these two here are still, like, you know, live and living color. And this one is the new one. It's just because PO48 has been discontinued, but there's still like so I've got some core Queen Gold because that's being discontinued, and Queen Gold Deep. I feel like Daniel Smith are the ones that have, like, you know, that said they have loads. But still, I'm like, how much is enough? You know, it's hard. It's hard to know, like, how many tubes should I buy? At what point is it enough? And really and truly, I guess if I have 4 pans of, I may have less actually. I may have like 3-4 pans of Roman Schmall. So if I have 3 pans of Roman Schmall and I have one core tube and I have one Holbein tube, one Daniel Smith tube, surely that's enough. But I don't feel like it is. I made a video swatching out the different Queen Golds that I had at the time, just so that you could see them side by side. Yeah, Daniel Smith does indeed have, I think they said they have maybe like 10 years left, which is good. I also, it's good. And bear in mind, Daniel Smith is one of my favorite brands. That being said, doesn't that, like, them having a monopoly doesn't fill me with confidence, which is why I'm like, oh, I'd rather buy it now than wait until it's like £50 per tube because they're the only ones who have it or whatever. So I feel like slowly and surely is a good way to go about it, and then I'll just have enough because I really like it. I mean, ultimately, I do also love like nickel azo yellow, and I feel like I could make something similar, but I like it, so I'd rather just have the mixes. They are indeed. And that is very true, Derwood. They are remixing it with PR101s or PR102s and all these different ways. I agree. Never enough Queen Golds. Yeah, Daniel Smith are not cheap. Certainly not cheap. Yes, there is still PO49 floating around. Again, not cheap. I agree. Do you want me to show you? Do you want spoilers? for the video coming later today. I mean, it took so much work. I feel like I've shown you all the spoilers anyway. Where I was basically swatching out. The the essential set. But it was really, I feel like that's the main spoilers. The new colors are the main spoilers for those who are interested. Now, we were looking at this page because it's like the stocking filler section. I keep being tempted by this. I feel like because I've seen people use it, really and truly, can I make something like this myself? Yes. So I feel like I'll set myself a rule. And if I make myself one and I use it so much that it wears down, I can then justify buying the plastic version for myself. But if I can't be bothered to make it, or if I make it and don't use it, then I know I don't need it. Christmas tree green. This smells like pine. I sent it last year to my member, or was it at the beginning of this year? I sent it to them. It's a really pretty color. Let's see what else. What else is here? This is cute. Cute, but it's expensive because it's the. They haven't said it, but I would put money on the fact that it is the student grade version. It's not the. Why haven't they said? Or is it not? Was I wrong? I thought this was the student grade version. But now I'm not sure. I think it is the student grade version. Anyway. 66 dot card would make a nice stocking filler. This is great for £4. I was tempted by this, then I had to remind myself that I don't do pencil work. I was tempted by this as well, then I had to remind myself, I don't know, it would take up a lot of space. I wouldn't really use it. Kind of, you know what? I've never been tempted by a brush cleaner, nor do I technically think I will use one. But then I saw Helen Cryer talk about it in one of her videos, and then I was like, maybe I do need a brush cleaner. Like maybe I should use something to like clean out my brushes. But I think perhaps it's a bit more important for those who use acrylics and oils over watercolors. So it remains a maybe. It's like on the list, but I have so many other things on the list that take priority that it's on the low list. Yeah, the one in a wooden box was really cute. That's also on sale at the moment, the Sanalia set. I feel like I mean, I can look at pencils, but I feel like I'm never. Oh, the blocks are on sale. After all that, the blocks are on sale. I feel like I have so many pencils that I am not tempted by any of these, apart from the Carbothello pencils, which are not going to be here because they're pastel pencils, not watercolor pencils. Oh, you can't see my page. My bad. Watercolor brushes, again, I'm not massively swayed by. Like, I like brushes, but I'll never be like, oh my gosh. Trying to think, is there a brush that I felt really passionately about? The Raven brushes, the mop brushes. Those were brushes I was really excited by, as well as the dagger brush and the sword brush. Like, when I first got them, I was really excited about that. But like right now, one of my favorite go-to brushes is this one, which is the Pro Art brush. It is Proline, so it's plastic, synthetic. It is discontinued and it is £1, and I have just been using it continuously since July and really enjoying it. And honestly, the reason I was using it is because I was initially using the Icon brush by Jackson's, again square synthetic, and I I misplaced the brush. And then I saw this one on sale for £1. I bought it and I love it. It's just a shame it's discontinued. £200. My oh my. I think, yeah. I think my thing with all art supplies is that I always put them like next to each other in terms of in my head. I'm like, okay, I could spend £200 on this brush set, or I could get the Shinhan Pass set, you know. Can't do one or the other. This I'm not. Is this where we were before? Yes, where we were before. Just checking. You know, seeing 60% is like, oh, I can't look away. See, I was tempted by this as well, but I don't like the cover, the tin. So it remains a maybe. Are there any other offers? Clearance. I hate that they did this. Before you could just come to clearance and you could just see everything, and now I have to go in one by one. But you can see there are more sales. Because I don't know, did we see this before? Oh no, it's all sold out. Was that? I don't feel like I saw this before. All this. All the good stuff is sold out. Turner acrylic wash. Derwent. Okay, let's go back and see. Pastels. I just thought I'd check just in case they had the Carbothello pencils. I also check like miscellaneous, and then yeah, they normally have CDs, books. I get bored, I jump out again. Surfaces, no, nothing. Studio, no. Pencils and pens, nope. You see, they're separate to the Black Friday, so sometimes nope. Acrylic, just for the sake of completion. I bought these. I didn't like them, the Jackson's ones. I found them to be very translucent, like not watered down, but like, you know, they weren't thick, they weren't, I don't know. And also I didn't like the colors, so I ended up mixing them into small bottles so that I could make my own colors, and that I did like, but you know, it was making lemonade out of lemons, basically. So let's see what everyone's saying. Tomorrow you're going to use your Himimiya. That is awesome. What are you going to paint? Oh, thank you so much, Renee. Let me know if I said your name correctly. Hello from South Africa. Thank you so much. Hello from London. Shinhan, use up your brushes. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Louise. What I was saying earlier, yeah, and that is why brushes is usually on my lower list of things to get. I will always get super excited about like color mediums, whether they be paints, pens, Neocolor 2s, you know, and then sketchbooks, obviously, my weakness, and then brushes. Michelle. I know. I got a few things from them and I thought that they were quite good. I don't know, somewhere down the line, I don't know why I started feeling convicted about buying from Temu. So I even took down my video because I don't know. I didn't know. You know, actually, I do know. They reached out because they wanted to collaborate, which was like, okay, fine. And they offered me a lot of money, which was unusual. Um, and they were like, you can use all this money on our site. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm up for it. And this was after I'd made the video, like, like ages after. This was like earlier this year. But in order to do the collaboration, they wanted to send the money or whatever. They didn't want me to use my existing account. They wanted me to specifically create a Temu account that is linked to my YouTube channel. Couldn't be any other email address. Couldn't be. They wanted specifically to have access to my and like the and yeah. So and I was like, oh no, I already have an account. They were like, no, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable. I'm happy to use another email address. They were like, no. They wanted to link the two. And I was like, yeah, no, that's I was like, thank you, but but no thank you. I can't do that. And then from there I was just like, that is so weird and so dodgy. I don't know what's going on. And so I took down the video as a whole because I was like, I don't know what they're doing, basically. But yeah, I bought the stuff that I bought from there is great and it's still working. I don't know how they stay in business. Oh, yeah, I hope she's okay. I haven't seen her. She hasn't made a video in a while. But yes, the flat ones are great. And there are two types. Let me see if I can find it. There are two types. Because what is it? Cool palettes. Ah, this is beautiful. Control. Focus. Watercolor boxes. Okay, so it's this. They're £5.90, which is great. And you can remove these little plastic bits and then it's completely flat on the bottom. Now, the one that I bought is this one. So they have two, no, it's not that one. One for £half, one for £4, and I bought the one for £4 because there's one of the tins that has a line in the middle. So I think V had to put it in a certain way, and there's another one that's just completely flat. And I believe, well, the one that I got that was completely flat was this one. You see, because there's no line that can go across the middle. Whereas with this one, I feel like there's a ridge on the inside. So I'm not sure because I feel like V said that she'd bought a couple and like some had like a small ridge, the other ones were completely flat. But so far I've bought the one that's for £4, taken out the plastic, and it's completely flat on the bottom. So that was a great deal, especially for £5.90. It's a steal for the palette. Thank you, Derwood. If anyone else has found any great deals, by all means, please let us know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I really enjoy my brushes as well. I wanted them for ages and they didn't disappoint. The Marco Tribute colored pencils. I have not tried them. I feel like I feel like the way that I use coloring pencils, people who are like coloring pencil artists must be like, what is she doing? Because I literally just use it for mixed media. I've never had the patience to be able to just create a colored pencil piece. Kudos and hats off to everyone who does. Yeah. I haven't heard about Arteza for a while. Yeah, I know. I think they're just not doing as many sponsored posts. I feel like some brands like Artex and Paul Rubens have come to realize that actually there's a lot of power and sway in YouTube. And I don't know, Arteza kind of just stopped. I never really used Arteza. The only things that I used were their sketchbooks that everyone was raving about that I just hated. I really disliked because they have two textures. I didn't like the paper at all, point blank period, rough or smooth. But I hated that one side will be rough, one side will be smooth, one side will be smooth, the other side will be rough. Like, I want consistency. I want to know what to expect. I don't want to notice that the paper has difference. And fair enough, all paper will have a front side or a back side, but it shouldn't be so strong that I notice. And it certainly shouldn't be different pages, like different paper from one side to the other. I really dislike that. Uh, yeah. No. I mean, with Temu, same with AliExpress. That's where I was getting all my Baohong paper because it's Chinese paper. It was actually like it's the genuine article that they're bringing, and they are quite affordable. Why? All the shade. Um, Purple Light Wish books. Why are they showing up in so many videos? Has anyone used them? I haven't used them. They are using. I don't know what is going. How do I say this? I don't know what's going on with Paul Rubens or whatever, but basically their strategy seems to be to send people free art supplies, ask them to make videos for free, and do it all at the same time. If I was their marketing team, I would tell them that that just feels like they're spamming YouTube, and it's not. There's something disconcerting about opening up YouTube and seeing like your entire home feed has the same product, and it's not because people are excited and have bought it. It's like, oh, thank you so much, Paul Rubens, for. But anyway, such they keep doing. Lightwish, Paul Rubens, and Artix are all the same brand, so they're basically all over. But no, I haven't used them. I did think about. I was talking to my sister about it yesterday. I did think, should I buy, especially now that it's Black Friday, there are quite a few Black Friday sales. And I was wondering if I should buy Paul Rubens watercolors and make unpaid, just my opinion reviews, like they used to be back in the day. um, but I don't know. I'm in two minds because part of the reason that I was thinking about it is I feel like the Paul Rubens paints are good. They are good. But equally, I feel like with all my videos, with all my videos, most of my videos, I do pros and cons, and I feel like a lot of the time when there's not a lot of pros and cons because when you're gifted a supply, there's a lot of gratitude that comes with it naturally. Like, we're human, right? Like, everyone's happy about getting an art supply. So anyway, I was thinking about whether I should buy some of these art supplies and make a video that's not sponsored, that's just my opinion. They don't pay my bills, they don't send me any art supplies. So I have no skin in the game. I have nothing to lose. But I don't know. I kind of don't want to waste my money. I feel like the supplies that I would want from them are the ones that I already have, which are like, their older sets. I was tempted by the floral set. I'm not gonna lie. But then I also kind of feel like when I looked at the floral set, one of the glaring negatives for me is that I feel like the browns were weak on the videos that I'm seeing, and they're not that granulating, and I don't really necessarily know how much I enjoy the like color choices. So I was like, oh, should I buy it and do a video? But same with like Lightwish and all these things. Basically, they're sending out, their marketing is that they send out all the art supplies to artists and ask them to make videos for free all at the same time. But I haven't used them, so I can only go off what is said in those videos. Ooh. But yeah, Lightwish they are student grade, I believe. I feel like Lindsay the Frugal Crafter has made a video about them and has been making videos about them for uh, a while. In terms of like, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like she has. Oh no, maybe I'm getting it mixed up with Mei Lang. Mei Lang. I feel like they are all under one umbrella, so I don't know if they're doing like white labeling or whatnot. But yeah. What is fifth generation for Paul Rubens? Fifth generation, I think, is the current generation that they're on. They basically every year or so they create a new generation, new color. Well, sometimes the colors are similar, but they're basically saying that they're improving the formulation, and so it's another generation. So at the moment we're on fifth generation of Paul Rubens, but I've only tried up to their third generation. I think. Yeah. No. Actually, I tried their fourth generation. That's the tubes that they sent me, but they were damaged tubes. So that was a live stream that we did. Uh but yeah, I have the third generation and they were nice as well. And also to be fair, the fourth generation, apart from them being like used and damaged, the colors were really nice. I didn't pan them, like I didn't dry them and see how they reactivated because they were tubes. Whereas the third generation pans, which I had, were again really nice. Yeah, they're pushing a lot. If I would, yeah, I don't know if it's working for them. And well, to be honest, it's next to free labor, isn't it? Oh, their pigments are not light fast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was basically thought, let me buy the set and do a pros and cons review. But I don't know because also money doesn't grow on trees. So why? And that's the thing. Like, is it better or is it more useful for me to make videos where I'm highlighting the things that I love, or is it more helpful to make videos about the things that I have a negative opinion on? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be negative all the time. So do I just talk about what I love? I don't know. This is the conversation I was having with my sister. Mm, yeah, Lindsay has a ton of videos on them. We don't think you're crazy. Yeah, no, I don't think you need them, Derwood. I definitely like Wish wouldn't like my impression is that they are student grade at best. And it's like a, nice, affordable paint option. But I feel like for a connoisseur, it won't have like any super interesting or like fast pigments or anything like that. Yeah. See, I feel like White Knights would probably be better than Light Wish. That being said, they are also. Are they student? Oh, I don't feel like White Knights are. Are they student grade? I thought, was it like White Knights and Sonnet are quite similar, and as well as Rosa. I can't remember. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like White Knights are quite good. Like I'd say like White Knights are slightly different. So I feel like May Lang and Light Wish are slightly lower quality student grade, almost akin to Cotman. Or Cotman maybe is a little bit better. I don't know. And also, yeah, just save the money for the new Roman Schmall colors that are coming. I mean, they should be coming this week, I think. And the A gallo tubes. Love wins. No, I agree. That's the thing. I wouldn't be dishonest. My question was more as to whether I should get them. If I think something isn't good, do I get them so that I can say actually I don't think this is good, or do I just ignore it and not buy it? And just let there be. Do you see what I mean? Like, for example, the Inktense blocks video that I made is quite negative for me right? That wasn't a video that I made intentionally. I bought them because I thought I would love them and I wanted to make a video about loving them. And I was so not in love with them and perplexed that that is why I made a relatively negative video. Same thing with the art philosophy pastels. I thought that I would love them. That's why I bought them. And then when I got them and I was so bitterly disappointed, I was like, yeah, I can't let anyone else go through this. But it's not like I saw them, thought they were rubbish, and then bought them so I could make the video. It just happened to be that way. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, Rosa and White Knights are good. Uh, oh, my comments like jumped all the way back up. That's weird. Yeah, I want to know the opposites. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm wondering. Be like, hey guys, get ready. We'll see. We'll see how much I have left over. If I do, then I'll be like, okay, this is all the negative sides that nobody's saying about Paul Rubens. Um, for the positives, feel free to review the rest of YouTube. No, I'm joking. I'll do positives and negatives. No, Michelle, why? Let us know. Olive green and potter's pink. Do you mean the colors as a whole, or there's something wrong in particular with the colors that you have? Yeah, messy desk is. Yeah, go for positives. Yeah, maybe because I don't do soft pastels, I couldn't really see use them in their best light. I'm not sure. I haven't used white lights, but I feel like they're professional but affordable. I'm thinking, and they have a student grade version, right? As in, like, there's two, like, White Knights has two lines, two ranges, and I can't remember which one is professional and which one, what the name of the student one is, but I feel like there is. Is there anything else that people are excited for? Core and Senelia, yeah. They're student. Can you imagine? They're professional. No, fair enough. I know. Ah, yes. Okay, I understand. Hence why I keep saying the. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess like Rosa has Rosa Gallery and Rosa Studio, but we both keep calling them both Rosa. Cool, and Senelia. Um, that's the thing that Delwood was answering here, Messy Desk. You see the one that says they're both technically white knights. So if you get the sonnet one as a student one, if you get the one that says just white knights um is professional. No, I understand. That makes sense. I I feel the same way about I struggle sometimes to separate the brand from the product. Karen has new brush tip markers coming out as well. And Thule markers. You're the second person I've heard mention them. I hadn't heard them before. Kind of curious. Oh. I want to check this stuff out, but I'm also scared that if I share my, like, if I go on Amazon, for example, my address will show. And obviously we're friends, but you know, it is the internet. I was trying to figure out, and I was like, oh, if I log out, I can't remember my password, and it's just so long. But yeah, you're the second person that I've heard mention them. And I've heard lots of people mention Karen. I think in part also because I've seen Alithia Aradia. She uses them. And then also Miss Ebony uses them quite a lot. What is going on? My mum has added, is it my mum? My mum has added so much to the basket. I've added half and she's added half. I don't even understand. How is it so expensive? Was it me? Maybe it's me. I don't really understand. She's looking at, like, you know, the foam mat. I mean, I don't know why I'm exposing what she's doing, but but we share an Amazon account, and I don't really understand why the price has jumped up so much. Oh, maybe it's not my mom actually. I think it's my brother. Anyway, sorry. To do that, my siblings find it so weird that I will like scroll, you know, look through our family basket and see what everyone's getting and wonder why. Ask them why. Midnight party. It was very true. Oh my gosh, it's like 5 a.m. I will go soon. My thing is just that I don't know my passwords unless I, let me close this. I can do incognito, right? And then it won't be logged in. .com. It has so much random information. Okay. So it won't show me all the information. I'll go to the US one. So for most people are in the US, and let me Is that weird? Yeah, we have a family basket. As in, like, yeah, we share a basket. And no one else, like everyone else just minds their own business. It's just me. I get so curious and I'm like, ooh, I wonder who's getting what and why. And I'll check like the save for later. I don't know. I guess the same way that I window shop through Amazon, through Jackson's for absolutely no reason. Let's see. Okay, this will hopefully work. Either work. Oh yeah. I think it's working. Can you see it? All good. Okay, so what were we going to look for? Karen markers. Karen markers. Oh no, they're not out yet, are they? The Thule. art acrylic pens. Computer says no. Is it this? Why aren't they coming up? Maybe they're not on Amazon. Oh. It should really ask Amazon why they don't come up straight off the bat without having to do this. Their sets are cool though. It's cute that it's family owned. Down the rabbit hole we go. Oh, it's because I'm in the UK. That's the only thing with that. So normally I make up. Oh no. That's not my address, but equally I probably shouldn't be sharing it. But usually I make up like a US address just so that I can see stuff. I tried 90210. Turns out that's not legit. I'm trying to think what else there might be. What else do I have? What did I get? I don't feel like. Let me look at my Amazon basket. I don't feel like any of the stuff that I've got is like drastically exciting. Anything that I have in my basket, I have the Kuretake. Is it Sumi watercolors? I have this set in my basket at the moment that I'm contemplating, and I didn't have this one, but I quite like. I basically wanted like dark and moody colors. I guess like this. But I don't feel like this is in the UK. In the UK one. I'll copy it just in case to search it for later. So I added the small set. Yeah, when I put it on the UK one, absolutely nothing's coming up. Kuretake Sum E. The search continues. I mean, I have the Kuretake Ganza Tambes more so that I wanted the like dark and moody colors. Where does the Mighty Pencil get Koval sketchbooks? The Mighty Pencil gets Koval sketchbooks from Koval. I think she gets them. I don't know. I've only seen them on Instagram. I don't know if they have a website, but he has quite a good Instagram, Koval sketchbooks, and I feel like that's where. Oh no, he also has a website. He has a website that I. Do I even know how to stop? I was going to. This is the Koval site. Handmade watercolor sketchbooks with pretty paper. Obviously, I have no business buying any more sketchbooks. But yeah, they have like Fabriano Artistica, so you can see Fabriano Artistico, Saunders sketchbooks, Arches sketchbooks, and they're all made by hand. And they also have like, I think, 50% cotton. I don't know if they have cellulose. Maybe they don't have any cellulose. And then while we're here, might as well look at Etcher as well, because they are also having a sale. And if you use the code Sketches10, you get 10% off on top of their deals. And I think that they have finally started selling their sketchbooks like as singles. You know, before, back in the day, you could only get them as bundles. I did not know that they have a 2-year warranty. That's pretty cool. Imagine like completing the sketchbook and then being like, oh no. But also, I say that as if I don't have sketchbooks that are maybe hitting that mark and I haven't used yet. So yeah, £31 for. They're cheaper than Jackson's, but obviously then there's delivery. In terms of like the Etcher sketchbooks are cheaper on Etcher than Jackson's, because normally this A5 size is £28. What else do they have? Let's see. So the Black Friday sale is 10% off £100, 20% off if you spend £150, and 25% off for over 200. So spend over 200 and you'd get like what, 50 US off. It's not bad. These are my favorite sketchbooks. Me and my champagne taste. Although I was actually thinking about that. I was like, which ones are truly my favorites, right? Is it the Everyday Sketchbook or is it the Signature Series Sketchbook? And for everyday use, I feel like I would pick this Everyday Sketchbook because I feel less precious inside it. The paper's a bit thinner, you know. But which paper do I like? I like the Signature Series sketchbook paper more, which is the Fabriano Artistico paper. But obviously, because it's expensive, I create differently in it, you know? So it's hard to know which one. If money was no object, the Signature Series all day long, but that is not the world we live in. Then Renee, in answer to your question, what do I think about Jackman's? I bought them, and when I bought them, I liked the watercolors. I haven't used them since I've bought them because I don't know. I wasn't that. How do I say? I don't know. I haven't used them that much. I don't know how to word it, but like, say for example, I'm watching a TV show, right? And in the TV show, there's like this actor who's absolutely beautiful, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's wonderful, husband material. He looks so handsome. If during the course of this movie he becomes a villain, all of a sudden he doesn't look good to me anymore. It's like I don't get it. Like, I remember I was watching Love Island and there was this guy who I thought was just so good looking. Like, I still remember the moment he walked on, and then he ended up having such a rotten personality that then he didn't look good to me anymore. And it's so weird because I remember obviously thinking he was good looking, and then I couldn't see it anymore. And basically with Jackman's, I really enjoyed and liked the watercolors, and then I don't know, they just ignored me for a while, so I never actually got round to using the watercolors anymore, and I haven't used them. And now I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm not going to. Basically, I don't know. I like them when I liked them when I swatched them, and I didn't use them anymore because they ignored me and they hurt my feelings. um, So I haven't tested them out or anything to speak to their quality, but I initially liked them when I swatched them. I just can't seem to be able to separate how I feel about a brand and the product. Yes, this is the ones that I was talking about, Messi. These are the ones that I was looking for, and I couldn't find them apart from, and they are like Kuretake, and they were dark, and it was like a set of 36 really nice, beautiful dark colors. And the price was, I feel like I could only see them or something similar on Choose and Keeping, and the prices were wild, or get them from Japan. So in the end, I didn't get them. But yeah, I think they're really nice. Their deals are so good. I just wish that the shipping wasn't, an issue. Oh, the new watercolor pads. That's a very good point. I haven't even. I will. Where are they? Where are you? How did I end up just in sketchbooks? Oh, yes. Here they are. 100% cotton watercolor block. 20 sheets, 350 GSM. So they're thicker than normal. 20 sheets, 40 pages. But £35. Is that, how big are they? I can't see. Sorry for sniffing. I'm still. Where are, okay? Am I missing? Is the size here and I can't see it? Maybe it's on here. 9 by 12, which is like 30 centimeters by 20 centimeters. Yeah, they're not cheap. I wonder if it's because they're 350 GSM. Which makes me wonder, what paper is it? Who else does? I can't think anyone else who does 350. Yes, 9 by 12. I am kind of excited to use them because I went through this phase where I wanted to use really thick paper, but thick paper is expensive, so I never did. But yeah, if you do get them, use the code Sketches10, and let's hope that they come down in price. I don't know what's comparable to them. I don't know who else does 350 GSM, 100% cotton sketch blocks. Are they on the price range of Arches? Arch? I struggle to know, let's see. 9 by 12. Are they more than Arch? I can't see. Oh, can you see my page? Maybe you can't. No, you can't see what I'm doing. My bad. I was just trying to see. Yeah. Are they more expensive than Arches? That's what I'm trying to figure out. 300 GSM, 12 sheets. Double that, £20. Okay, so they're only slightly cheaper than Arches. Husband material. What did I say something? Hey Dana, did I say something about husband material? Yeah, they're not cheap. No, Bahong is really nice. You have to buy two. I haven't tried have I? Have I tried Pontate? I feel like does Pontate have the, you know, when you can see the texture? Feel my wallet being ripped out. That is awesome. You should definitely make your own sketchbooks. Yeah. So I thought they'd started doing the buy one. You can buy one. Look at me every day exposing my potential. Oh, you can buy one and then hold on. Then put in the code Sketches10. But yeah, they're not they are expensive. Watercolor paper is so expensive. Oh yeah. Sorry. You're you're the Love Island guy, yeah. That'd be so funny. Yeah, honestly, and I mean it's so weird because now because I know his personality, I keep thinking like, oh, he's not really that good looking and he's younger and whatever. But at the time I was like, oh my gosh, he's so good looking. And like after watching him for 3 weeks, I was like, I can't see it anymore. Like how can your personality ruin the way you look? How did you do that? Mm. Oh no, does the code only work once? I thought it was a free for all. Well, that is good to know. Something so unnerving about being on the PayPal page. Like pay, pay. Also, this isn't just for this is for everything. So I don't know why it keeps taking us to that page. Kind of curious. And the palettes, I like this palette. The 19 palette. I feel like this one's too small for me, but this one's cute. Although I use them in the studio, so probably not as they're meant to be used. Then carry range wise, I still don't really understand why the nano satchel is cheaper than the field case. Maybe because in my head is like the nano satchel is bigger, thus it should cost more. But that being said, I use the field case more than the nano satchel. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just at the moment I do, and I like made a concerted effort to like go through using the um, nano satchel, then the mini satchel, slate mini. Thank you, slate mini, and then the field case. But I feel like the field case just has like all my art supplies in a nice and easy way. So this one is the one that I'm gravitating to the most, especially because it's also not heavy. This is a nice like in between because it's not as heavy. But if I'm like going, this is probably the most convenient if I'm going to need, I don't know, like if I'm going on holiday for like a week or something, like if I actually, but it's the heaviest. I don't know. Basically, I like my mom sent me. I posted it on my story. She sent me this meme about someone walking with a bag that was like so big that it came up from their shoulders to their ankles, and that's basically me. Like if I can carry it, I would. So a lot of the time, I would try to carry all three. But if I could only carry one, it would depend on where I'm going. To be honest. If I'm just carrying a handbag, it's the field case. If I am going away for a weekend and I can't carry like a lot of luggage, it's the nano satchel. And if I'm going somewhere where I'm going to be walking and painting, or I'm going to be doing like what this lady is doing, where it's like literally just, you know, urban sketching and it's dedicated to creating art, then it would be the slate mini. Like when I went to meet Sarah Burns, for example. How did we get here? They're like, how did I get here? And the paint wise, I haven't used, is it weird? I haven't used the paints apart from this golden set that we were talking about earlier. So this golden set is like my go-to, and I'm slowly making my way through the golds. I think I'm like four half pans in that I've completely wiped out. I haven't used this set as of yet, and I haven't used their watercolors, but I feel like their watercolors might be student grade. Yeah, student grade. So I've let's see. Colors are nice, but you know, can't just be ruled by colors. I wonder if there'd be like pigment information and stuff. But yeah, so I haven't used that. And then one of my favorites, where is it? Where are you? Art materials, paper. So this I'm excited to try, but also the postcards. I use the postcards for days. I use them so much. It's unreal. I think that's one of my favorite things. Yeah. No, she's so honestly, she knows me so well. Obviously, she's my mum. Yeah, I can't use the super tiny ones. I feel like also like I'm not tiny. I don't want to struggle. So I prefer the 19 well to the other one. And the same goes for like I bought a couple of like really cute tiny palettes, but then I'm like, I don't use them often, you know? Yeah, it depends on which ones. That's why like some people have asked me like, oh, they have neck problems. Should they get an art board? And I'm like, maybe just a board or like a nurse's clipboard would be helpful. But sometimes art boards can be quite heavy. I want the portable painter, the portable palette, with the water cups on the side. You should definitely. It's awesome. Mine is right here. I don't know how I have misplaced the clip yet again. This one. This is what I mean by like I love clever palettes. I just think Steve Padden is a genius for this. And I think that if you're getting them and you use the code Sarah10, you get 10% off. Let me see. I feel like if not Sarah10, maybe Sketches10 might still work. But oh, if you just use the code Sarah in all caps, then you get 10% off the portable painter. Because Sarah Burns is an ambassador. Oh, I didn't know that Sketches10 only worked once. I thought it worked indefinitely. Do you mean, and is that on Jackson's as well as Etcher? That happened to me. There was one time that we did a live stream, no, a Zoom session, and in the Zoom session, the aim of it for me, yeah, you were there, was for me to figure out what colors I had put inside the etcher palette because I hadn't made myself a key. I thought that I don't know how I thought I would remember what the 19 colors were. And so like I was literally swatching them out and showing them to you guys, and you helped me figure out the colors that I had included inside it. Let me get it. Hold on. Ooh. So you are not the only one. I highly recommend that if you're going to that if you're going to make a palette, any palette, do the key, which I always forget. It's not even that I forget, is that I keep thinking like, oh, I'll do it later, and then by the time later comes, I've completely forgotten what was in it. I can't remember. It was definitely inside the sketchbook. But yeah, it's did you see my last video was like the sketchbook tour of my Caddy Fat book? It was actually really nice to look through. For myself, I mean, like it brought back really nice memories. See, now I can't remember where I put it, but I definitely did. This is like some of the swatches that I was comparing it against to try and figure out what colors I had included. And also, you know how I said that the Holbein set that was on sale, that is on sale, sorry. And I was talking about how I'd done swatches before. This is the swatches that I was referencing, just in case you were curious to know. These are the colors that come in the set. And I point it out because it's quite an unusual color choice, I feel. Like, I don't fully understand. I don't fully understand the color choice. Like, I guess it works as like, the primary colors plus an orange, a brown, and a green. I don't really know what they were thinking. But that's the set that's on sale at the moment. And then these are the Cotman colors. So you see, they're not bad. They're nice. They're vibrant. They're not as vibrant as, they're not as good as professional grade, but they are pretty good. And then these are the Rosa Gallery. Anyway, you've seen this already, but that's what that was comment made me think of. You're not alone in that. That has happened to me too. And then I had to dedicate a whole bunch of time to decoding it. And I did in the end. Here it is. I did in the end. That's when I did this page. So I swatched them all out and then went one by one to just try and figure out which color was which. And here they are. So these are the colors that are in my etcher. And then I did a cute little swatch drawing of it as well. No, can't use the mop brush. I need to get, I think I'm going to try and get a code for, yeah. I mean, all these companies, I always ask for codes where possible because, who doesn't love a discount? Like, art supplies are so expensive, and I'm not saying it's not warranted. I'm just saying we've all got bills to pay. So when I can get a discount, I do ask for one. With the etcher palette, be sure to double check. There was a time that Cass Art was selling it for like £19. I almost, so every time that I see, and it's I feel like this is my toxic trait, right? When I see great prices for art supplies, my instinct or my thought process is I should buy loads so that I can sell them on. So, like, say for example, although I couldn't with the corset, but when I saw that they were 25p, my thought was like, not everyone can buy them for 25p. I'm just going to buy them all now and then sell them like later on. So anyone who's missed the deal can just get them from me. Do you know what I mean? So when I saw that the etcher set were £19, I was like, I just could buy them and then everyone can just buy them from me for £19. Like nobody will miss out. Same with like when the store was shutting down and they were doing 40% off. I I let my members know that hey, if you want any of these items, they're currently 40% off. I don't mind buying them for you and passing it on. It almost feels like it's my responsibility to pass on the discount. Mm, oh my gosh, my Michael Harding paints, the Bella Donna, just ran from one end of the palette across all the paints to the other end. It's the only paint I've ever had, and they felt dry. It's the only paint I've had like travel across the palette like that. Wild. uh, mm, I'll try and get a code for Art Toolkit. I mean, I don't know if they'll give it to me, but we can try. Mm. Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's still £19. I know that it was then, and yeah, I was literally like, okay, I'll just get it, and then because in my head it was like, okay, it's £19, so even with the shipping, it's cheaper. It's still a really great offer, but then I had to tell myself, I need to stop. I need to stop this. Like when I was doing the mystery bundles, that's how I had enough art supplies to do that. Like I put maybe £200 worth of art supplies inside those £65 mystery bundles because I just had a lot. Like anytime that I'd see a really good deal, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll buy it, I'll buy it, I'll buy it. And um but then I'm not very good at selling. I don't sell them at all. So I end up just having like duplicates. Oh, the whole bank wash for 20, but they don't send it to. See, I know. And that's the thing. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I can buy it and send it and whatnot. But then I mean, and I do that sometimes. I guess the question is always, will the shipping be too much? It's normally the shipping that then causes the issue as to whether it completely eats up any and all savings. Oh no. No, the sun is not rising. It's like a thunderstorm outside. But the sun will rise soon. I should actually just go to bed. I can't believe. Can I believe that we spent 2 hours just chatting through art supplies? I definitely should. Like, I definitely can. Um, yeah, it's the shipping that's the issue, because otherwise, it's shipping in the UK. Like, if it's the UK, it's completely fine. It's affordable, but for international, I mean, like even with my Happy Meal, they've increased the shipping. Um, I'm trying to think of by how much. I think it's something silly like 80p per person, which initially doesn't sound like massive amounts, but then that means it's an extra £20 to ship. It's just, and that's for like thin letters, right? That are less than 0.5 millimeters. And then if I want to send a parcel, no, if I want to send a large letter, it is £6.50. So yeah, and I check it all the time because I love the idea of like sending extra stuff and whatnot. And by the time that I add on shipping is just wild. It's just not feasible. This chat could go on for days. I agree because there's so many art supplies, and this is the thing. We're literally just chatting. You can imagine if I had like actually done swatching and whatnot. Hey, Carol. Yeah, we've just been chatting through like Black Friday deals and art supplies and things that we're thinking about getting, not getting, um, encouraging people and dissuading people depending on what they need. And by the way, if I haven't already said it, there is a link in the description for the Discord community. So the new art community that I have created as requested. It is yeah, at the moment it's just like a community. So just somewhere, for example, like we're doing here where we can chat, share our artwork and have a good time. In terms of I'm not doing rewards on there as of yet. Um so it's more so like a space and a community as opposed to like a membership. For my membership, obviously I have my Ko-fi. And we are still fine. Enjoy lunch. Yeah, I know. Mm, it's the trading agreements and things. But yeah, I was trying to think of an artist reset, which I may do uh in a couple of weeks. And I'll probably do it with my members, paid and free. Um, but just as a way, I don't know, it's funny because I put up a poll basically asking people, do you create more or less during the winter? And the vast majority of people said they create more, which I guess makes sense because you're spending more time indoors. Um, so I guess there is more opportunity to do so. But I honestly create so much less in the winter. I just feel like, oh, I don't know if it's because there's no sunshine or what it is, but or maybe because the days feel shorter. But I do tend to create less. Um, and so around this time, I start thinking about like doing an artist reset and different things that I can do to motivate myself to stay creative and to stay inspired. And I was actually watching back the video that I made for it last year, and it's funny because it's me talking to me. Like I don't know, felt like a surreal because it was past me talking about all the ambitions that I had for future me and things like that. So um I'm going to do it. There's a few steps that I talk through. It was actually really in depth. Um, and I also made a guide that's free for my members that you can access as well. But I feel like one of the exercises that I was talking about in there was doing like an inspiration map. And I really want to try and do that. The idea and the notion of it being like, for example, getting a piece of paper and I mean, I guess say for example, if we knew that we were going to do it in a couple of weeks, we'd be like, okay, we're going to do an inspiration map session in 2 weeks. So from now till then, if you see a picture of some artwork that inspires you, like take a screenshot and print it out. If you see, like, I don't know, you're walking out and you see like a tree that you're really inspired by, take a picture of that as well. If you're listening to music and you enjoy it, think of that as well. Grab your sketchbooks that you have created art in and have them to the side. And the aim of the session would then be to like put all of that together into like a big piece of paper or however size paper you want and just make a note of the things that are inspiring you. So for example, swatches of the supplies that you are gravitating towards that you're really enjoying, colors that you like, looking at your artwork and maybe even taking a picture of a piece that you really like and sticking that down as well. Art supplies that maybe art supplies that you have that you're enjoying, or color schemes that you're enjoying, music that you like listening to as you're creating, ideas that you have. So for example, I tend to have so many ideas about art challenges and projects and different things that I want to do almost all the time. So this would be like a great opportunity to like write them down and be like, oh, okay, I want to do at some point the 50 landscape session, or like how I'm enjoying doing one line drawings or tonal studies or painting and drawing upside down, or mixed media pieces, like writing all of these down and just spending that, like, an hour or an hour and a half together doing all of this and creating this inspiration map. And then we have that to look back on. you know that was one of the things that I'd suggested in that video, and I was like, oh, that, that is so fun and I really want to do it. And the reason that it came to me is when you guys were talking about don't have, love talking about art supplies but don't need art supplies. It reminded me of the inspiration map, because there's plenty of things that, I get inspired by new art supplies, yes, but I also get inspired by the supplies that I have and by using them. And I feel like this would be a good way to remember that and to pull out supplies that perhaps I haven't used as much. And that's why, like, having your sketchbooks and your artwork that you've created is also a good way to go about it, because then you can look back and see the things that you've used through the year or the years and write that down. Carol, how do you become a member? That's a very good question. So I've linked it down below, but I will, whoopsie, send the link. So there's two ways. For the paid membership is on Ko-fi, and for the free group, where did I put the link? The free community is here. Whoops. So both are available to anyone and everyone. Yeah, maybe it's the cold. Yeah, it's cold, it's gloomy, there's no sunshine. But yeah, so I feel like I was quite inspired by autumn, but like now that the colors are going, I'm like, oh. I don't know. I don't feel, it's not just art. Like, I don't feel like doing anything. And I feel like it doesn't help that I keep getting sick. So it's like, oh my gosh, where is the energy? Where is the will, But that being said, when I then create, I then enjoy it. It's just, it's like if I were to go to the gym, I would assume it would be like going to the gym. You can't necessarily be bothered before you go, but when you get there, you're glad you did. That's yeah. So it's funny because I thought that most people would say they create less, but I think only 10% of people said they create less, and the majority of people said they create more, and some people said that they create the same amount. It doesn't tend to change, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, I feel like the inspiration map will be a good thing, a fun thing to do. Let me know. Is that something that you'd want to do together? Maybe I'll do it as like a everyone can come kind of thing, and then we can all share what we're finding each other in, what we're finding inspiring. Is this Discord different from the Ko-fi Discord? Yes, it is. It is different. It is so that Discord is open for everyone. I mean, I'm in both. Whereas the Ko-fi Discord is just for Ko-fi members. So that one also has, I'm more active in the Ko-fi one. So I'm more active with the paid members, but equally, I've created both to see how it goes. See how it goes, why not? And then also with Ko-fi, there's the membership. We create art from the sessions. There's the Zoom sessions, the live streams, the exclusive videos, the art challenges, the resources. Whereas in the free community at the moment is a community. So it's like a space like this for us to keep talking. And then as time evolves, I will see if I can do anything on there as well. Or if not, but Ko-fi will be the priority. And Ko-fi is my main art membership. What time is it? It's 6:11. To be a night owl. Oh, to be a night owl. What time is it for you? Do that. Yeah, I don't tend to do like Christmassy art either. Apart from, or like I do it, but it's not my, it's not my first choice. I guess I do it because it feels um expected, I guess. And like it might be a little bit weird if if like my art is all summery in the middle of winter. So I do like, I did this last Christmas, and I feel like, and also this was, I think, a Zoom session that I did with my Kofi members. So it was quite fun. But I feel like every Christmas I'll throw my hat in a ring and I'll do like a couple of Christmassy artsy things and then wait for Christmas to pass so that I can go back to my usual. And it's not that I don't love Christmas. I love Christmas. It's my favorite. But like say out of these two, for example, I much prefer this one. Like I love this, but that's because I love botanicals and florals, right? But then I did this. It was fun, like a fun reference from our session, because it's Christmas. Um, this was in February. You can see, so that's like me trying to do snow. Yeah, it's funny. You can tell it's cold. Everything's like blue, and so maybe I am like, maybe I do follow the weather with my art. It's funny. And then as it starts to get towards summer, the colors come out again. Mm. uh, is it early or is it late to do that? It's very late for me. 2 a.m. Oh my gosh. You're as bad as me. Yeah. You know what? I was thinking that we should do a winter palette. We have our autumn palette that I made with that we made. I think it was during a live stream. No, was it live stream? Yeah, it was a live stream. Couldn't remember if it was a live or a Zoom. And I mean, I haven't really been able to stop using it. This is the autumn palette that I made with my Ko-fi members. And that's what I've been using to create a lot of the landscape pieces that I've been sharing. That's the thing. I feel like my winter palette would just be blues. Like it would be so blue heavy. Blues, grays. Like what else is there? It would be monochromatic, just blues and grays. Blues, grays, whites. What I guess maybe we should do that and you guys can help inspire me because right now all I'm seeing is blues and grays and bluey grays. Like that's what the palette would consist of. I'm trying to think, like, would yellows? I don't feel like I can't think of a wintry yellow, you know? I feel like if we could think of a yellow and a red that we could add to it, then at least it would be a palette that's somewhat versatile as opposed to a monochromatic palette. But equally, when I think of winter, all I can think of is like 100 shades of blue and grey, muted browns and dark greens. Okay, I could see that. I could see Um, mm, muted browns. Yeah, yellow for the sun, blue for the sky. Yeah, I just see blues, bluey grays. Do you remember, like, for the first, no, or the second? I think the second Happy Mail dot cards that I sent out to the Happy Mail tier, they were just blues because it was winter. I was like, it's all blues, and someone asked me like, oh, why did you pick these colors? And I'm like, these are all the colors that I see, blues. um, and also, to be fair, I love like Indanthrone blue, so I thought that would be a great opportunity to add it. Yeah, I gotta drop in a few warm colors for contrast. Red for berries, and then greens, forest greens. We could do that maybe for the next in December at some point in the next session. We'll do at the beginning of December, hopefully. We'll do like a winter palette. Buff titanium for the yellow. Yeah. Buff titanium. Yeah, actually that might be what a wintry yellow looks like. Yeah. I'm looking at, like, I have swatches to the side, so I'm thinking as I look. Caput Mortem for the red. Yeah. What a mm, can we have anything warmer? Everything will just be a very cool palette. I like forest green. What forest green do you have in mind, Durwood? Because when I'm thinking, although I said yeah, forest green, I'm actually thinking like Aquarius green. Raw and burnt umber. As we're seeing this, I mean, these are all color like it would be nice to put it together and see if we can create a palette with all these colors that still emulates joy. Like, I wonder what my landscapes would look like. Would they just be a blank canvas? Perilyn green deep. Perilyn maroon. Aquarius green. See, now we want to make one. Raw and burnt umbers. I can see that. See, I really like Pyro Rubin. Thanks to Derwood for pointing that out, because I kept picking the same pigment across different brands without knowing. But that's not wintry, is it? I feel like if you left it to me and you're like, oh yeah, make a winter palette, this is what I'd be like, just here it is. Oh, there it is. Winter palette would be this plus this. Just be like, yeah, this is what winter looks like. Is green gold a wintry? I feel like there's a couple of wintry colors here, like that Viridian. Oops. I feel like that's looking wintry, and that's looking wintry. And this whole palette could be wintry. However, I feel like this, what is this? Oh, Payne's Grey. And I mean, to be fair, any of them could be wintry, but I feel like Payne's Grey would be nice. I wouldn't even mind neutral tint, like shadow, like I feel like these would be nice. Oops, we've gone through this. Okay, so blues wise, I mean, even when I look at these, I'm like, oh, maybe even the blues are a bit too vibrant for winter, especially winter in the UK. But I feel like Prussian blue would be nice. I mean, like any of them would basically work, apart from maybe the ultramarines. I feel like the ultramarines are maybe a bit too warm for a British winter. too lively. And cranberries. This is the Pearline Violet that you were speaking of. So that is, yeah, that is wintry, like a mold red. This might Aquarius Violet might also be an interesting complement. These two here give winter. That's Shadow Violet and Misty Morning. I feel like they feel quite wintry. And Royal Blue. Is that Royal Blue? Yeah, Royal Blue Light. Again, wintry. And yellows wise, I think you're probably right, and it is just like buff titanium. I mean, what about like Naples? Is that Naples? Yeah, like a Naples yellow. That could be wintry, where it's like still a yellow, but not like as happy as all the other colors. I feel like I'm hating on winter. I asked one of my friends what their favorite season was, and they said winter, and I just can't believe that. That, yeah, you know, Christmas comes and blah blah blah, and I'm like, there's literally no sun. Oh, Potter's Pink is a great suggestion. I feel like, should I be making a note of this? Well, for our session, lavender, yes. Mm, I'll have to like last time we tried to do this, we tried to stick to 12 colors. I feel like we've passed that. I don't have, oh, I do. I thought I didn't have a book to make a note, but I do. So I'll make a quick note of some of the colors here just to spearhead our session for when we do that, because I feel like we were like, yeah, we'll do it next time. And you guys have just made such great suggestions that I will make a note of them. Do you feel like starting again? Oh, you make cards and you're going to do advent calendars and you always struggle to do them on time. Yeah, and like I hardly ever. I look forward to it. I'm scrolling back up so that I can see some of the suggestions that we'd said. Derwood, you know you said forest green. What forest green were you like? Who has forest green? I don't have a color. I don't feel like I have a color called forest green. Then we said Aquarius green as well would be an option. Oh, I said Aquarius green. And then we said for yellows, we have buff titanium. And Caput Mortem for our reds. And then Pyro Rubin. This isn't like the definitive list, but it's the, warm-up list. Pearlin Maroon. Do I have a Pearlin Maroon? I feel like I picked Pearlin Violet, but I don't. Do I have a Pearlin Maroon? I'll have to check. Pearlin Maroon. And I picked Pearlin Violet as our Pearlin Violet as like a potential red. And if you have any colors, by all means, feel free. Shadow Violet, we then Shadow Violet, Lavender. Oh, I haven't made a list of blues yet. Lavender. A bluey green for spruce trees. Bluey green. I know the green you mean, but it doesn't come to mind as a name. Or at least I have an idea. Oh, Pearlin green? That's not a bluey green, but when I saw it, I thought winter. Pearlin. Basically, this palette is the Pearlin palette. Pearlin green. And then a bluey green. I don't feel like I have a bluey green. Like a proper bluey green. That's wintry. Because phthalo green feels too strong, you know. That's phthalo green here, that's bluey green. This is Pearlin green here. Did I add Potter's Pink? I'll add Potter's Pink to the list. Potter's Pink. And Aquarius Grey. And Nickel Titanate Yellow. Yeah, something that's... Where did I put my yellows? I haven't done them yet. So, Nickel Tea Yellow. Or I think like Naples maybe, although it might be too warm. Naples Yellow. Gold. Fair. Very fair. Hey, No Name Painter, welcome. Yeah, this is like the most random live at the most random time in the most random of ways. And we've literally just been I haven't even been painting. Like we've just been chatting and looking through Black Friday sales. And now we are quickly making a winter palette that we can create. Cascade green. No one said Christmas tree green. Oh, it's all of the Schminke granulating forest set. I feel like I feel like I have a forest set, a forest color. So Sanilia is forest green, and it is PBK7, PG7, PY42. I'll have to check that. Check Sanilia to see what it looks like. The messy desk. Welcome back. Oh yes, Jaune Brilliant. I feel like that's what I keep using Naples Yellow to imitate. No days off for the Daniel Smith marketing team. A pale, icy, near white blue. Yes, that's what royal blue light, or even more here, lapis lazuli, lazurite. Why did I just call this limited edition? Must have been lapis lazuli as well. Sorry. Not yet. Time will tell. I honestly can't wait. Royal blue light. You know, I haven't made that many lists of royal blue light. And then this is like my swatches of all the Romish small blues. Um, I feel like Prussian blue, phthalo blue, Danthering blue. I feel like all the cool blues are basically wintry. Oh, finally. The last time that Daniel Smith added new colors was last year when they did the Christmas tree green. Before that, it's been a while, I think. A minty green. Is there a phthalo green with cinnamon stick Indian bread? Honestly, I feel like not only would they do that, but it would add insult to injury because Indian red is normally like quite a cheap pigment. So that's why I wouldn't even be surprised if they did that. They would literally pick. And bearing in mind, I love Daniel Smith. Yeah, no shade, but I feel like they would pick a cheap pigment like an iron oxide PR102 and call it cinnamon stick Indian red, cinnamon stick red that's scented, and then charge a ridiculous price for it. Yeah, no, no, they actually have that. Like, we're not joking. It was called Christmas Tree Green, and it is mint scented from last year. I sent out some of it to my members so that you guys could see it, and I did a swatch. I don't know if it's in this one. I've done like a big swatch, but the question is, this is the one downside with having like a sketchbook with so many pages is like, how do you then, you know, find stuff? But I'm pretty sure somewhere near here, Christmas tree green. The question is, or maybe it was my other one. Christmas tree, where are you? Christmas. Said I don't want for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents. Making my way through. I just want you for my own. Oh, you can. Oh, maybe I didn't swatch it, which would be in here because it would be unlike me. Christmas tree, where are you? I swatched out so many greens. Make my wish. All I want for Christmas. Sorry about this. Just looking to see. But yeah, it's definitely legit. I mean, it's a pretty color, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it was PB 15 and something else. Like affordable pigments mixed together with. True for Christmas. My goodness. I'm sure I swatched it. Imagine after all this is like the world's smallest swatch. Maybe I didn't because I feel like I've turned so many pages. I'm slowly coming out of winter. I actually, you know what? I perhaps didn't give myself enough credit. This is a lot that I did last winter. This is not winter anyway, is it? Where is that? Oh, here it is. No. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, that's finally. Sorry about this. Okay, so I found it. I hope you can see it. So this is Christmas tree green. This is Cascade green. I think I swatched them next to each other because I could personally see a similarity. Maybe Cascade green is a little bit more blue leaning. So it's a pretty color, yes, but yeah, it's a legit thing. PBR7, PB15, yeah. Hey, a watercolorist, good morning. Very good point. It is indeed still live. Sorry, I was just distracted because I was looking for the Christmas tree green that I could show you guys. But is it wintry? I don't feel like it's wintry, but I do feel like you were right in saying Cascade Green is. We are making a winter palette. Or making a list of a winter palette and then we'll curate it later. Yeah, I can't smell it anymore. No, we were serious. We were serious. That's why we were teasing them. uh, Let me catch up. That is so funny. Yeah, no, you definitely should be. As should I, to be fair. Yeah, it's pine scented. It is a pretty color. But yeah, let me know if you have any ideas, any other ideas that you would like to add to the palette. But I feel like I feel like I should start making my way downtown, walking fast, my way home to sleep. So, if you haven't already liked the video, please feel free to do so. Yeah, I'll release the video later on this eve, like later on today now. I meant tomorrow as in Sunday. I just want to get it out on Sunday. Although I know I'll see. I basically spent almost all of Saturday, like hours, trying to upload it, and it wasn't working for silly reasons. So it will either go up Sunday afternoon, or if it's looking like it's trying to take up my whole Sunday, which I will not let it do, then I will upload it on Monday. Well, it'll be the Roman Schmall palette, more likely than not. And also, like, unless it doesn't upload, in which case I'll have to record another video. And I will also like put it up on Discord so that you guys get a shout out. Oh, hey. We're glad you could catch it. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was really nice to get your insights as well. But yeah, so if you want to join my free community, I will leave the link. It's not open indefinitely because don't know, I just had this idea like, oh my gosh, what if all these random people join or whatever? So I think like a nice, slow growth is better. So it's open for now. And there's also my Ko-fi membership, obviously. And if you do buy anything from Black Friday, art supply related or otherwise, if you wouldn't mind using my affiliate links, I would really appreciate it. Like the video. And then also let me know, what do you think about videos like this where I'm not painting and we're just chatting? I actually quite enjoyed it. Is this like what a podcast is like? I genuinely don't think so, but still, I don't know. I quite liked it, so I wouldn't mind doing it again next time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I had a really lovely time. So thank you all for joining me. Keep an eye out on Black Friday. There are some amazing deals, in which case feel free to share them. But equally, there are some terrible deals, in which case, share them even louder so that we don't make the mistake of buying them. And yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all so much for joining. And I guess until next time, bye. Good night. You don't mind the chatting. Yay. Okay, good. Love chatty videos. Good, good. Okay. Yeah, whatever the the live version would be called, that's cool with me. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining, and special thank you to Wendy for the tip. And yeah, I'll see you guys all on Discord and in the videos and in the chats. Stay awesome and have a lovely day. Bye.